Hello Virgo, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Okay, relationship first, single second, oracle cards come out as needed, blah 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 blah. Very inspired Virgo we got going on here. Very inspired, very active. How, that's interesting. Done. Okay. I like this. So many action cards on your side. So many action cards. 4 out of the 6. And one of them being the Chariot in your spiritual position. Like, you're pushing forward, you're inspired, you're moving, you're doing. Who's initiating this? Are you? It feels like you're initiating this and you're going for it. You got the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. This is fire for me. Is this deck along the way that I see it? I think so. It is. It's the other deck that questions. This is going well. You're starting right off. You're kicking things right off. You're taking initiative. You want this to happen. You're owning it. You're inspired. You got it going for you here. You're just going for it. You're going for it. I'm getting like this. Let's just get it done. Let's just do it. You made your decision. You know what you want. You're making it happen. Your partner, all on board. All on board. The Six of Wands here is, I feel like this is supportive energy. One way or another, however you need it, they're there. They're right on board. Right on board. Now, this energy goes from Ace to Page. Because I'm getting like, you kick it off, you get it going, and it's going forward. And it seems to be, it kind of transitions into like a maintenance type feel. You keep it going, you're still active, but it's like there's a big spot where you're kicking it off, you're getting it going, and then it kind of like levels out and just kind of gets a normal, comfortable current along with it. When that happens, I do feel your partner is kind of pulling back or stepping out of the situation. I don't really feel that's a problem for some reason. It's either something you're expecting or it doesn't really affect the situation that much, so you're fine with it. And I'm getting your partners going on to do other things. Through the Two of Pentacles here, they're kind of like, there's other things I really want to do. Do I really need to be involved anymore? And they're just kind of like slightly, just kind of like, they're not even saying anything about it. They're just kind of going off in a different direction. They're just kind of, but they're thinking about it before they do it, and they're making sure that you're okay and you're set. But they're not like completely abandoning you. I don't want to give you that impression. But they're off doing other things, and I'm getting like the Four of Swords for where they're standing. Like, they're thinking like, things are fine, things are set. You're set. You're good. They're holding to the side. I feel like they're thinking about it. They're like, I feel like they're involved in their own things, but they're staying close enough to where they can, if something goes wrong, they'll know, but they probably won't know until it actually goes wrong. Not that there's really a danger of that, but they're still available. They're just not involved in the situation anymore. Not like they were. And I'm getting, as this keeps going forward, you got like the King of Wands with friendship here. And I'm getting, this is your challenge, because I feel like instead of your partner being as involved, I feel like you're having other friends or other acquaintances kind of taking the spot of your partner, which seems to be acceptable for you and for them. Because I almost feel like you have an alternate or a sub or like a substitute, that's what I want to say, taking over. And that's your challenge, just to let somebody else fill that role. It seems like it's fine with everybody. Because I'm getting like the Six of Pentacles is like you're very giving to the situation. You're giving your time to someone else. But it seems to be working. Like, I'm getting this, you're standing in the spot like your partner doesn't seem to be want to be involved as much, but you want to keep going. Somebody else wants to step in, and it seems completely acceptable. Like there's nothing inappropriate about it at all. So you're giving this one to your partner in the sense of like, I want to really keep doing this. You don't. You're just kind of slyly sneaking off there. I see you. Somebody else wants to come in and take your place. Might as well. Like it's nothing inappropriate. I just feel like you're like, I can do that. That works. That works. And I'm getting like the challenge card for your partner. The challenge card for your partner is to allow that substitution in. Because I'm feeling like that's another reason they got the Four of Swords here. They're like, is this really okay with me? Like, like they're realizing they kind of set the situation to happen on its own. They kind of set it up for this to happen. But I feel like the star card in their challenge position is like, this is kind of what they want. There's nothing inappropriate. It's just, will they get jealous is the question. Are they a jealous person? Will they get jealous? Because they're going to hear about the person you're hanging out with. It's not bad, but like, will they get jealous? That's the challenge. The star card in the challenge position is for them to see it as a good thing and to realize this is what they want and it's all fine. But it's the challenge card. Like, they have to get there. It's optional. Let's put it that way. What makes things better for you is to just kind of go along with how the situation is going, but to keep your eye on everything. You're keeping your eye on your partner, on this person, on how everything's coming together. You're just making sure there's no friction. I'm getting you're very perceptive, and you're just making sure everybody's getting along. You're not initiating conversations, but if a conversation starts and it seems like something might be going a little bit off focus, you pull it back into focus gently. You gently edge it back into focus. If like the friend or the partner, whatever one you're dealing with, seems to talk negatively or start talking negatively about the other, you just kind of gently pull it back into focus. Like, nope, everything is fine, everything is good. You just pull it gently back into focus. You're keeping the peace, you're keeping the situation alive. I'm getting your partner seems to be working out well with this situation. What makes things better for them? There's a lot of cards here. There's 4. They got, the first one is the World. I'm getting that this person, this friendship that's stepping into your life here and substituting for your partner in this situation, your partner seems to be good in the sense of like the substitute is going to be, they're going to be around. And it seems like that's really kind of cementing in. And it's just about them getting comfortable with it. Because it's like a good friendship for you. I feel like that's the World card on their side. Like, they're realizing this person that's substituting for them, that they stepped out, so they left that hole open and they want you to be happy. This person is a good person for you, and they're actually going to really lock into your life in this role. The Hermit. They really need to think about, like, I feel like they need to really think about what they want from this relationship, because I feel like they're very much looking like, how much do you do together? How much are you together? What are you building together? Like, do they feel comfortable with what's actually happening? And I feel like it's good. They're just like, the thought process is them really like hashing it out, realizing like this friendship is a good thing. There's nothing inappropriate here. It allows them to do what they want to do. It allows you to do what you want to do. Everything is good. Everybody's happy. And I'm getting these other 2 cards, the Strength and the Wisdom, like realizing that this is good for both of you, but having the Strength, I'm getting that there's a little slight chance of jealousy. And the Strength is to not realize, to not like, when you make plans, because I feel like you're going to be making plans with this person a bit, for them not to get kind of jealous when they want to do something with you and you already have something else planned. Because I'm getting they set this up on their own. It's almost like, say 2 weeks out from now, you have an event you want to go with your friend, and you've been planning it for a while, and then all of a sudden, like, your partner's like, oh, you want to go this place Saturday? And you're like, well, I would, but I already planned this with so-and-so. I feel like they have to just be okay with, like, you know what? You make plans. That's just how it is. It's not that big a deal. It's not like you're choosing one over the other. It's like you're the type of person that makes plans anyway, and they know this. So just for them to be comfortable and realize, you know what, They set this up. This is fine. They just got to give you a little bit more advance notice if they want to do things with you. I mean, you're not just going to be available at the drop of a hat, at least not as much as you used to be. So it's just about them getting comfortable with it. I feel like it's just saying that this is a good way to go, that the substitute is a good thing. I don't feel like there's anything inappropriate with it. But I feel like you need to just keep your eye on your partner's reaction and just, I feel like the whole thing about you handling it very gently, very carefully, keeping it in line, like I feel like you need to do a little bit of maintenance work. That might be a big thing here. Both sides, the friendship and the partner, just to make sure they stay viewing each other in a positive light. Don't complain about one to the other. Be very, very careful. Careful? Careful. Let me just make up words. Be very, very careful not to vent. Like, if your friend annoys you, like life happens. People just annoy us. I don't care who they are. Sooner or later, someone's going to get on your nerves. Be careful not to vent frustrations about the friend to the partner or vice versa. Frustrations about your partner to your friend. I feel like have a third friend or third reference to do that with. Because if you do that between the two of these, you could start a little bit of a situation where somebody says something out of place and causes an issue for you. Just be very careful not to vent about the other. Like, find somebody else to vent about those two people too. Because it's going to happen. Like, once in a while, you're going to have something you want to vent. Find a third person that will just keep it to themselves and vent there. Just don't vent about your partner to your friend or your friend to your partner. Don't do that, because I feel like that will bite you in the butt later. Find a third person. That's the big thing here. Oh my god. Scared the crap out of me. Are we good with the relationship for the... Yes. Alright. Let's go on to... I don't know if you can hear that. That is my phone on silent because it vibrates, and apparently I put it on something that vibrates pretty loudly. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. It's driving me crazy. Let's do Virgo single. Messages for Virgo single. Single Virgos. Messages for single Virgos. Messages for single Virgos. Messages for single Virgos. Messages for single Virgos. What do we have for single Virgos? I usually leave it in another room for that reason, because it's when it vibrates, it seems like it's loud, and I'm just like, ooh. I feel like my whole body is shaking when that thing vibrates, and it's way over there. It's on the counter, and I'm just like, Messages for single Virgo. Single Virgo. I feel like there's some good cards here for you. Very conducive. You got, those are just there's 3 Earth cards, 4, 5. Alright, there's a lot of Earth cards here. Earth and Virgo. Virgo's an Earth sign. I feel Earth is very complimenting to a Virgo love reading. So I feel like this could be very happy. Maybe. We'll see. Organization. Organization seems to be a thing here. You want things to happen a certain way. Let's see where this is going, because the outcome is making me wonder what exactly we got happening here. I want to move that away so that's not touching. The top card, which is being complemented by the organization card, is your Knight of Pentacles. You're moving forward in a very dedicated... You're not jumping forward, you're not rushing ahead. Things are building slowly. Things are building dependably. You're not a quick mover about this situation. You don't want it to. You want to build something. You want to see what you're investing in. You're investing in this person. There's somebody that you want to invest in. And I'm getting there's somebody showing you interest. And they got the Page of Cups, but they also have the Let Go here. And I want to give you like a little bit of heads up here, because I'm feeling like they do have honest interest in you. There is some bit of a spark there. It's at the beginning level, but when I see the page, usually the page is like if you look at the person on there, they're going to grow up. They're going to mature. It's going to mature. This has the ability to become a more dynamic love. Starting out at a low level, but could definitely easily become a dynamic situation. The Let Go is making me feel, though, your rate and their rate isn't making it. They want things to go a lot faster. you're willing to put in the effort to invest in them, but I don't feel like they feel like things are going too slowly, and I'm getting that they're probably going to let go. We're not sure yet, but it seems very likely. This seems to be at the very beginning, like it's the energy they're putting off, like that they might not hang around. It seems to be where we're starting, especially because when they pop in, like they've popped into your life pretty quickly. They seem to come in with a bang. And I'm getting like, they want things to go forward a lot faster, and you do not. I'm getting, see, we got more coming in here, and I get this. They're coming in quickly. Things seem to be going slow for them. Things seem to be going the right pace for you. And they're questioning whether this is actually going to happen. They seem to be confused that where it is where it's going to be, which is not the case. So I'm feeling like if this person is really touching your heart to begin with, you need to have conversations to let them know how you go about love, how love works for you, how you build, how you invest, how you grow more fonder for somebody over time. And I feel like you might have a chance to keep this person around. Because I'm getting, the let go is like they're already feeling like this isn't, like where it is where it's going to stay and it's not going to build. That's not the case here though. And I'm seeing where you're standing as the Ace of Cups. I'm feeling like you would like to invest in this person, but it's going to have to be slow. And that's how you move. Very dedicated, very sure of where you're going. Now, in the center, this is connected to this person. Five of Pentacles. They don't seem to be getting as much as they want. But I'm getting you're keeping forward. You seem to be keeping plans. You seem to keep things going. And I'm getting the King of Pentacles seems to be pulling that energy forward. Even though this person doesn't seem to be getting as much as they want, I feel like you're trumping the situation, honestly. You seem to be keeping the forward momentum going. Either there's conversations or something. Like, you show up, you're on track, you talk about things, opportunity comes forward, you say you'd like to go there, they're like, I would like to too, and like, you seem to keep seeing each other. I'm just getting it just seems to keep happening. You seem to be trumping it by keeping the conversations going, keeping the interest there. I don't feel like you're purposely trying to plan things, but it just seems to keep happening. Because I feel like you're saying, well, I'd like to go, but if we're going to, I need to make sure I plan. Is this the time you'd like to go? And they're agreeing, and the two of you are making plans. Like, you just keep seeming to get together. The Sun card is at the bottom. This could be a good relationship. It all depends on the patience of the other person is what I'm getting here. I really feel it depends on the patience of the other person. Because it just seems like this keeps going. And they seem to feel, at first anyway, that this isn't enough to keep this going, but they seem to keep going along with it, feeling like it's just going to kind of drown out on its own, and it doesn't. And I'm getting, as you keep going forward, this friendship gets more intense. And the Three of Pentacles is like, I feel like things are starting to really work out here. The fertility is telling me, I feel like this is going up a level. If it hasn't become intimate, it's starting to become intimate. If it hasn't already, it's starting to at this point. And the Three of Pentacles is like, there's a lot of work going on here. I feel like the other person is starting to also invest the way you are. They're not sold on the situation yet, though. Where are they going? They constantly have this let go card around them. I don't like that, but I'm not overly concerned about it. Because I'm feeling like they're going to have that energy for a little while longer. Because what I'm getting here, it's like you seem intimate. You seem like this person, you're noticing that they're starting to plan things with you. They like hanging out with you. There's enough there that there's something to work with. It's funny because I feel like they're seeming to be more engaged and more proactive about seeing you. It seems like it's gone up a notch. And I feel like it's a little bit after that where you got the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles popping in with the Wisdom. Like the two of you seem to be, I know there's no swords here, but I feel like the two of you are really starting to have there's like a really intense, I don't know if I want to say intense, a really honest. It feels in depth though, like you're really talking about certain subjects, about where are you each headed. What do you see? What do you both think this could become? I'm feeling like there's a conversation here. I really do. That, the two of you are deciding, like, are we going to actually make this a relationship, or do we feel like a friendship is better? And I'm getting the wisdom on top is like, you're coming very, you're very confident at this point. You know how this person feels. Like, you realize they have that let go around them. Like, they're not, you realize this other person doesn't know where you're going. And you're cluing them in. You're telling them how love works for you, how you invest in people, how you fall for them deeper over time. And I feel like they're realizing that they're getting more and more attached to you as well. The 8 with the 9 here is telling me you're having that talk. That wisdom makes me feel like you're really talking it out, and you're deciding either do it or don't. I don't know why. I say that a lot lately is what it feels like. But I'm getting like, it's not like either get in the car or get out of my life. It's not like that. It's kind of like, do we both agree that this is a good thing to try? And I feel like the majority of you are. I feel like, well, you're already on board is what I'm getting. But it depends on this other person, because I'm getting at this point they have a reference of progression. They see how fast you move and how long it takes you to move forward, and they're getting the reference of progression, like the rate at which you go. And they're either happy with that and conducive with that, or they don't want that. One of the two. They still see you favorably either way, but they're deciding whether that's something that they want in their life or they don't. And that's the point where you're deciding, will this be a relationship or not? It seems like it's more up to them. It just does, because I feel like you're in. I feel like you're already in, to be honest. You're already investing, you're already going that way. I feel like it's up to them. And it's going to be like they have the reference to see how they have the reference now. So they're going to make a decision based on that, if that's comfortable for them or not. Because that's truly who you are, and they see you for who you are, and that's good. It's stressful for you, though, because I feel like you might feel... I'm trying to move on from this so we can cinch this up, but I'm feeling you might feel a little judged. But I'm getting that... I don't feel like there's anything bad. I feel it's better to say they're evaluating how the two of you match up. Like, I feel like your characteristics are great characteristics, and they have great characteristics too. They're just deciding if they think these characteristics are conducive, or if they think they're not. Like, it's not about you being good or bad. It's just you're honestly being who you are. And this relationship depends on you both being honest. And this other person honestly has to look at their own life and just, is this something they want? I don't know. I feel like the fact that this is in the other person's hands, it just feels like a little less than fair. I get that, but it's just the way it's playing out. All right. I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.